Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 51 of the Great Pendragon campaign. So hopefully you all have watched before. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine if you're new, or if you are someone who binged all the episodes leading up to this in the past 2 days or whatever. Whichever course brought you to our doorstep, we're happy to have you. All right, I'm your lovable, perfunctory pumpkin, Eric Vulgaris. I'm your MC of this Greg Stafford's Presents VeggieTales. Joining me is Spicy Asparagus, Colin.
What's up? I am so spicy. I am constantly trying not to post spicy shit on Twitter, so.
But every so often your fingers slip.
Just happens.
Yeah.
Got nothing to lose.
Jim, what vegetable are you?
Cauliflower, easily.
Nice.
Just could be anything. Could be mashed potatoes. Do you know? They just mutilated the cauliflower into whatever. I kind of like it roasted with cumin, but yeah. Parsnips are also a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pass. Me and cauliflower do not get along.
Oh, but but parsnips?
Parsnips?
That butters your parsnips?
We have a working relationship.
Okay. Very
radishes?
Office
radishes? Can't say I've had a lot of radishes.
Daikon?
Are we just going to list a bunch of vegetables I might have had?
No, a daikon is a type of radish. It's way better than normal radish. Well, it's not better than normal radish, but...
So yes, we're just going to keep naming some of these tubers.
They're pretty rad. Yes, radishes are pretty rad. Okay, let's get on topic.
I wasn't prepared to be guilted over my choice of tuber, Eric.
What else would we do? Oh, well, speaking of random things that we do, I was shit posting in my own Discord today. I made a Pendragon bingo that I shared. I will try to get a link to that somehow, some point. Anyways, Colin. Colin has prepared to speak for our intro little thing. Take it away.
Then trembling struck the leader's limbs. His hair grew stiff, and weakness checked his progress, holding his feet at the river's edge. At last he speaks. O Thunderer, surveying great Rome's walls from the Tarpeian rock, O Phrygian house gods of Iulus, clan and mysteries of Pyreneus, who was carried off to heaven. O Jupiter of Latium, seated in lofty Alba in the hearths of Vesta. O Rome, equal to the highest deity, favor my plans. Not with impious weapons do I pursue you. Here am I, Caesar, conqueror of land and sea, your own soldier, everywhere now too, if I am permitted. The man who makes me your enemy, it is he who be the guilty one.
Yes. You were speaking a little too close to your mic, and it went weird. Went all weird and bassy, but we're gonna go with it.
You're muted. I'm
muted. I was just saying that you were a little bassy. You were definitely leaving to the spicy. Somehow getting close to your mic, your NVIDIA noise cancel stuff was like, I don't know what to do.
I knew I fucked up the settings on this.
It was fine though. You're talking right now. I think you were peaking it, and so it didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's what it is, because my friend Jess is always like, Colin, get closer to the mic. So clearly,
yeah.
Well,
I was swept away.
Everyone said it sounded
transported.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
good.
Yep. And then Caesar broke the barriers of war, and through the swollen river swiftly took his standards. From Hesperia's forbidden fields he took his stand and said, "Here I abandon peace and desecrated law. Fortune, it is you I follow. Farewell to treaties. From now on, war is to be our judge." That's the last part of it.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Because we are doing a little skirmish, a little battle, a little brouhaha, for a big old fate of Logris.
Big old fate of Logris.
Actually, this is This is much bigger than anything we've done. This is about 1.5 times the size of Mercred Creek. So this is a big.
This is a big one.
Yes.
Woo!
I will point out to everyone in just a second, but I want to bring everyone over to the Britain full map because I was playing around with this instead of doing more prep. I wanted to point out. Sometimes my prep goes in different ways, and I looked up where all of the castles for the electors are, and I tried to set it up so that you can see these little green colored and purple and other colored castles. These are the electors, and here's who claims them, right? So like we have Lot up here in the greens, we have Nantiliad in the blues, we got Idris in the south, in the yellows, we got unaffiliated electors in gray, and then everyone who's been captured is red, as in Saxon held. So what we can see here is that Nantiliad's plans, Nantilad's plans are that if we can take Hampshire, or I forget what it's called exactly, I think it's just Portchester. If you can take that one and hold it, you can possibly swing Silchester and everyone else being like, oh, that would be good. Because you got to get 3/4 of everybody to become elected.
Yeah.
So
that's a very good. I do great with maps. This clarifies the political situation a lot more than like a half hour of expedition otherwise would.
Totally. Yeah. I'm the same way, and I colored Salisbury blue because of you all and the alliances with Nantilian. So like that is the reason why this is happening in my mind. Right?
So is the Earl is an elector?
The bishop is.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Amesbury Abbey. Thank you. Yeah, the Abbey is. And by de facto of that, basically, Nantilians. So, like, I'm putting it blue here, but it's kind of like a trial run. You know what I mean? Like, it's a free. Nantilian's got the free trial for this for Amesbury right now, and he's going to get the most out of it, and hopefully this battle wins, right? So the idea here is he can impress them. If you can pressure, like, he's not going to win over Idris, right? Like, so, like, that's. But by fighting there and like keeping him in the pocket, he can then expand outward. Like that's kind of the idea right now. That's what the last couple of years have been about. Is that's why that's why he's not attacking. It's way easier, I think, to show than to tell in this case. But anyways, I wanted to point that out and why we're fighting down where we're at. So anyways, before we get to the full battle, which I will tease just a little bit. I got a lot of forces on this map.
Shit.
This is the force that we're dealing with. To give you context of the size of the forces, I colored in light blue Sarm's troops. This is everybody that fought in that last battle. This is approximately you're like 500 people of maybe like 12,000 total right now. Like it's something around there. Like I'm actually being generous.
Wow.
In terms of the way things add up. So I wanted to point out here the perspective when I say you are in camp, what that means. And to go over here for a second, Nantiliad's host is represented as follows. So in addition to you all, as I'm representing a Sarum HQ and Sarum Knights, there's some Sarum men afoot, but there's you're about like half the size of Escavalon's main forces, and then supplementing is a bunch of Irish auxiliaries. Just so many Irish and Gallus warriors. Yeah, about 5,000. It is a lot. But
they're leaning again, on some Continentals.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Right. And looking at the opposing force here, King Cerdic of Wessex has got some Cornish knights around him. Typically, you actually have to make a heraldry test for this, but I'm fine with it. It's just so you know, they got some Continental mercenaries. You don't know who's footing that bill, whether it's Idris or Wessex, because Brittany. But you know, that's sort of what they're coming in here, right? I believe the technical term for the Cornish foot soldiers is military advisors. That's what their knights are, in terms of the legalities of this war. But yeah, they're here, and that's what you're fighting off against. It's pretty much you are out because of the Irish. You are beating them at about 1.5 or so troops in terms of the size. So it's about 6,000 to 4,000. that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Don't mind outnumbering them. Wish we outnumbered them with knights. I always prefer that being the area we outnumber.
No. Well, they got continental like, so you do have about an equal number of knights. They have continental mercenaries who are armed. I'm not counting them as knights. They're effectively knights.
They're like hobilars or some.
Yeah,
shit,
like they're not. You know what I mean? Like they're not the best.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
In the same way, like I wouldn't treat like Saxon knights in that way. Like they're not exactly knights.
Just because they're on a horse doesn't make them a knight.
Exactly. All right. So confidence in Teliad's camp is very high. This is maybe like 2 days before the battle or so, and things are going off. So you can kind of cut the scene of establishing a shot of over the whole campsite where your camps are. You can't see these troops or the enemy troops at all, right? Like they're way, days march away, etc. But we kind of helicopter zoom over the tent camps until we kind of get to the dusty horse goes by, right? People are talking outside. We go inside the flaps of the tent, and that's sort of where we see the leadership battle tent, right, laying out something that looks vaguely like this with fewer moving pieces. All right, and then Teliad's going to open the scene going, well, our scouts are reporting we're outnumbering the bastards 2-1, and their camp is on lower height than ours. I don't know why they set it down there, but that's for our advantage. All right, look, I'm going to need I'm going to need a detachment here to move fast, to intercept them, and retreat them. We're not going to have a repeat of Mercard Creek. And he like points to some boats in the marshes and the rivers. Is exactly why Uther wasn't able to get a decisive victory 26 years ago or whatever.
So we're trying to burn the boats.
Yeah, or keep them pinned so they can't get out.
That is a dangerous job. Because, like, if we're winning, we're pushing them towards the boats.
No. Yeah.
Oof. Would Gareth volunteer?
Well, while you're thinking, someone more valorous than you will volunteer.
That's fair.
Stepping up is an old show favorite, King Pellinor.
Oh, yeah.
He's here, King Pellinor.
Here. Yes.
Boy. All right.
He's old. He's here. Oh, that's a job for me and great men. He looks way bushy, just like always, but there's far more white in his beards. Pellinor, are you sure this is a big ask? He's like, say no more. I got this. I dare do all that may become a man. For who dares more is none, and looks to you. As in, he heard your story of what you said to the prince here a long time. That's as close to you get to a fist bump in a tense, like, professional battle camp setting that you get.
That's great. I love Pelly.
Yeah,
he was in my blackberry bush once.
Mm-hmm. He also almost ran you over when you were camping by a lake.
Mm-hmm. He's like Lord Flashheart in fucking Blackadder. That's how I imagine him.
That's the best. That's the most apt description I've ever heard for King Pellinor. All right.
This is in War Council, or is this in just like general quarters?
No, this is War Council.
Okay.
They're talking about the play here, about how they want to force them to the river, but they're going to need a force to like keep them pinned so they can't retreat into the river and get out. Because if you remember, that's how Uther lost Mercard Creek, and it made it a tie mostly that they couldn't finish the job.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Gareth, you were there.
Yeah. I'm sure I've told my kid and Gorthron about it. I'm sure
so I think
Erwin told Gorthron.
So I think Nentalad will ask you that. Is that right, Gareth?
Yes. Yes, I think it is.
Perfect.
Uther was unable to bring a decisive blow against the slippery Saxons.
Well, we won't make the same mistake. Right.
Under his breath. No, you'll make entirely new ones.
Absolutely. So, to emphasize the point here, Pelennor is expecting to do almost kind of like what Grant would do in the Civil War, just like we have the bodies, so like we're just gonna hold them, like, and we're gonna push hard, and he doesn't really care about it, and you can kind of tell that based on what he's doing, right? He's pushing it with less about the life and more about the win, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Would expect nothing less from him.
Yeah.
No. Yep.
No one, that you don't. No one brings it up.
No. Why would you?
Mm-hmm.
That's how he's gonna live his life. We're just gonna do or die here.
Cool. All right.
Would it be appropriate to have brought Gareth would have actually brought his daughter with him and like his second squire.
Yeah,
would it be appropriate to bring Gorthrin along?
Well, no. I think your squires would certainly have to be there just to help you whatever you need or whatever, and kind of just like shadowing as interns. But no. But instead, I think what's going to happen is that this kind of gets dismissed, and you're supposed to carry out the orders as you know and distributing them. And so that's when you can talk to Gorthrin.
Sure. Which battle are we assigned to?
You will be technically you're part of like your own division here. So like it's basically one battle, I think, is how it works. Like a battle's made up of divisions, and divisions are made up of companies, and companies are made up of the skills.
Okay.
You're effective.
Okay, so we're in like the van, and then we've got 3 battles of of foot soldiers.
Yeah. So like as they're walking out, Pelennor is going to be tasked with this. And I think as you're walking out, Pelennor puts a hand on your back and goes, "Sir Gareth, my man, I need to ask you some good questions."
My lord, it's been too long.
It has. Pray, refresh my spirits and my mind. When did we meet?
We were on our way to Tintagel to face unpleasant questions under Uther regarding the Welsh sorcerer Merlin.
The lake.
The lake, my lord.
My God, that's a lifetime ago. I've only heard about you through your reputation. You saved Salisbury twice now. You ready for a third time? As he like punches your shoulder. He sees your pause. Your pause is actually all he needs to know.
Yeah.
Oh, pray. I've heard about your peace treaty with them, and while Nantiliad may not ask, I know what that can do to men's fighting spirits. Do you feel that conflict? Will you be able to do the job when it gets done?
I have cut down more men than I can remember. And before the day is through, I shall cut down more. As Marshal of Salisbury, it is my job to send some of these knights to their death. I cannot think at present moment whether it is right or proper to do so, only that it needs to be done.
Atta man. Anything else to say to him?
No, I think he's gonna leave it at that. He wants me wants to be like, no, it's not gonna be a problem, but like it's kind of always been a problem, right? This is just the world we live in.
Yeah. His squire comes by with like a message, right? And he's like, okay, come by my tent later. Like, I want to talk to you.
Of course.
So, go talk to go talk to Gorthrin. And I want to know what Gorthrin's been doing at camp. Obviously, like, your shit's all set up, man. You can be doing whatever you want. Would you be drinking? Would you be gambling? Would you be just like actually like training or something like that, or just praying? Like what do you think you would be doing in that boring time at camp before the waiting, right?
Right. Yeah, the waiting. I mean, he's gaming, he's gambling, I don't think too much drinking, just enough.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Just
but he's probably just biding his time. I think Gorthrin likes camp life. I think there's a simplicity to it, guys look forward to the morrow.
Are you gambling?
Will run red, Saxon.
Sorry to interrupt you. Are you
No, it's
gambling?
right.
Not to make it a test or anything like that. I was just curious. Are you gambling with like are the folks from SARM like really in Salisbury like saying as a main unit, or is there a little bit more like mixture between? Is there are the troops more porous? Like are you trading with people from like under Intelliad, or is it very much kind of like segregated?
I mean, I think that Gorthrin would. I think, you know, Gorthrin is of a mind that a king is what Logris needs. Uther wasn't it. He sort of grew up in that light, right? Before
Yeah.
before Uther died. I think he's probably a little taken. Like they might even have the same energy that say the armies of Uther had when they were marching all across the land. He might be caught up in it and spend as much time with the knights from Escavalon as he can.
Yeah, totally. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right. So there was that kind of moments of the different heraldry and the different, even just like kind of different styles of dress and relaxation. So you were kind of like showing them how Salisbury games. So
Yeah.
cool. All right.
I mean, I'd test it if you want, because it's not bad.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah.
Let's do
Then
it.
I don't want to rob you of it. But I also
Yeah.
I didn't want to put you on the spot and make you look like a loser.
Oh no,
Let's
I
go with
mean,
the dice.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
You won't
I'll
do
go-
anything, Eric. It'll be all the dice.
Jim's the only one who makes Jim look like a loser.
Right, I was gonna say. Oh yeah,
Speak of
Oh
the devil.
no.
Gambling's a
it's not
sin.
a failure, but he loses
Yeah, that's fine. It's
a few denarii.
yeah, right. So
Whatever-
like
whatever we use for-
so there's the groan of a streak of bad luck from your game of draughts or whatever you're doing, and that's when I think that's where Gareth finds you, right? Like through the
Yeah.
sound, like that sound.
Right.
'Cause it sounds
double or
kinda like
nothing. Come
Irwin.
on, Come on. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gareth is gonna limp up with all the energy of like the teacher on hall duty finding the gaggle of like high school boys like clustered around one locker.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I think it's going to be at first like very stern, like what are you all doing? And but this is honestly kind of heartening to see. Like the verve of these youth. They don't know that we're in a kind of fucked situation. They just know that they're here for maybe a new king. They're here for glory, for Saxon to express the sanguine blood in their veins.
Yeah.
And that does make Gareth feel better. So he's gonna like put on that mask of sternness, just be like, knights.
So Gareth, you join us. Perhaps a round or two to test your mettle, test your nerve, huh?
Have I not tested my mettle enough, Gorthrin? Saving Salisbury time and time again?
Rim one, uncle. Please join us. And like Gorthrin is not drunk,
Yeah.
but he's having a good time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorthrin, gambling is a sin. And then Gareth's gonna plop down and go, thankfully I don't think it's gambling with your life.
Yeah. Let's deal him in. What are we playing? Wooden Wisdom.
Wooden
Not gonna
wisdom.
attempt.
Nice.
So yeah, he's just gambling. He wants to just get to know the knights as much as a show of camaraderie as also like, how are they going to fight?
Gareth is here taking up like the pulse in terms of morale.
Mhm.
And trying to be more inspiring than his usual personality allows.
I'm looking for. I can't remember the term for it. I'm looking it up. What do you call it when people's feelings are good? The good vibes of camp. When soldiers like each other.
Camaraderie?
Yeah, but what's
Esprit
the
de corps.
Yeah, spirit de corps. Thank you. I was like, it's a
Yeah.
French word. I was
Elan.
going to
Elan.
Elan. Yeah, I was going to make the funny joke that while you haven't visited the continent, the term for this is, but I couldn't do it. That's fine. Sometimes it'd be
Still
like that.
good.
Yes. All right. Cool. So we're doing a proper gaming.
Yeah, why not?
No,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
I got Book of Feast out if we want to actually do a whole.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Anything in Book of Theus is worth doing. the best.
Just
Always an
Absolutely
hear
opposed
that.
the
roll.
best.
Editors, if I'm blessed and having some of you watch my stuff ever, like the editors at like Chaosium who are like making this book, just put it in there. Just put it in the back.
Just put in, yeah.
It's so good. It's so
Just more
so
feast
good.
cards.
Just more
Just
feast
sell
cards, just
supplements
more.
of feast cards.
Is it feast
We'll
events?
mess with them.
Not
It could be
feast
themed,
events.
like
Where
by
is it?
guest, right? Like you could have specific cards based on who's there.
Yeah,
Um,
tell me the gaming rules because they're not in
alright.
here.
Yeah. So this is on page 11 of the Feast PDF. It's always an opposed roll.
Okay.
Is the skill does not include any ability in physical sports such as wrestling or jousting, etc. And then it gives conditions for crit, win, tie, loss, and fumble, as well as if
Okay.
you earn glory.
Cool. What I will be doing is I'm gonna roll Peasant Justice and take the first one and that would be like a possible modifier if they're like sharks or not, or they're bad.
The
No, they're basics. Okay, cool.
basic.
So you're so the two other people. I mean, there's a bunch of people, but I'm just gonna make two different rolls for the different people that you're playing against here, right?
Okay.
So and they don't have any modifiers to it. So I'm just do 2d20s for each of them.
Fantastic. My gaming is 3.
All right. Well, theirs
We
is
could-
12
you-
and theirs is 5.
Apparently, you can roll deceitful to see if you had a bonus.
Yeah, if you want to cheat, you wouldn't
I'm
cheat.
not-
That's out of
I'm
the
not.
question for you. That's out of the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, not even.
Well, one crits.
Beef it.
One crits, and the other one fails. So one guy just
Yep.
mops up.
Yeah.
Ah. Hope you fight better than you give up your money.
Yes. I sat down next to Gorthrin hoping his size would rub off on me, but only his poor luck has.
That's fine. That's fine. We can
Hey.
always make it up tomorrow as we loot their
Yeah.
baggage.
So yeah, how many Saxon teeth will it take to make up for tonight's loss?
Well, I plan on collecting myself another one of their manors.
But not sure about the teeth, but after we drive them and get them into the mud, how about you could help me help my squire scrape the mud off my horse? How's that sound?
Not he looks at his.
Yeah.
The Gorthrin looks at
I
his
thought the
squire.
squire's gonna do it.
I think, Helen, it would be a great lesson for you.
Yeah.
They look away and they do everything they can, but they absolutely go, yes, my lord. Great idea, my lord.
Great idea, yeah.
Capital.
He was told not to pry, but that doesn't mean he can't put Helen in an extremely weird and awkward situation.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Look, this is why you have an intern.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
To write to cash the checks that you don't want to cash.
When we have kind of like a private moment, Gareth
Yeah.
is gonna address Gorthrin and be like,
You get
"Hey,
have to take
have
a
you-
leak. Yeah.
Sure.
Have you talked to Acewin at all? How fares she in preparation for the battle?
I saw her earlier, but we didn't speak.
Hmm.
She seems well prepared.
She is to ride next to you in your skill.
Oh.
I hope you two shall look out for one another.
Certainly.
Having a close battle companion served me and your father well through the years, and shall serve you well.
Certainly. We glad to have someone watch my back. You seem
It's not going to be easy to miss in the battle.
troubled.
I'm always troubled before a battle. I've seen enough of them to know the ways they move are like a snake on a marble floor.
This one in particular? Or are you always like this?
He gives Gorthon a kind of wordless look of like, I'm kind of always like this. My feeling has always been I'm most troubled when it seems a sure thing. And I think the precipice of victory is the most dangerous place to be. Put my back against a wall any day. Face me 10 Saxons. I'd rather that than outnumber a Saxon 10 to 1. Cannot explain it. Can explain it more than that.
Well, then,
But-
Keep our eyes open.
Dude.
It's true.
What is the battle plan? Are we to fight Kingdom?
Well, King Pelennor is to ride rampant and them to burn their ships so they have no escape. Otherwise, we have a greater number of better knights. I imagine Nettelard shall press that advantage as well as the general advantage in numbers for our infantry. It shall fall to us to fight well.
How much do you trust the Irish? Not like they will betray you, just like their quality.
I don't know that I've ever interacted with them outside of the raid to Franklin. I think that's the only time, because they've been in other battles, but they like weren't fighting with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we heard they'd be like rumors that someone had a bunch of Irish mercenaries, but it was never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their reputation was never solidified or anything.
Yeah. It's a large. Yeah. It's largely a part of the Stralagacids and Escavalon's area near.
They have that relationship there that is like.
Sure.
It makes it different than. It
It
goes
we
back.
got our own sexes to deal with.
Basically,
Right,
yeah. It goes back to even like to Vertigo and like even before him, right?
Yeah.
Like all the way back then.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a hatred of them.
Yeah, they're local.
So it's like, let's not think that badly of them.
Yeah, that's totally true. Okay.
But I'm assuming they're keeping to their own part of camp, though.
Yeah.
Or are they all mixed up?
No, they don't really mix up. Some of them will, but for the most part, they don't really like speak like Welsh or like Cymric. They have their own sort of like like twist. And they have their own little groups. They're not like a monoculture, right? Like they have their own factions of stuff. But when you kind of equal the number of them, like you're gonna just run into each other, right? It's not like a completely separated experience.
Right. I imagine our infantry are probably mixing with them more than our knights.
That was the last part I was going to say, is that as a knight, you're pretty much not, unless you're like having.
I don't even interact with my own infantry. Like that's the sergeant's problem.
Exactly. That's the last part I was going to point out. Is that that's largely not a thing. Cool.
When I need a wall knocked down.
Yeah. Okay. If it's all the same, I would like to cut to, unless you want to have a scene with your daughter, Gareth. I would like to cut to you going to Pellennor's tent.
Yeah, no, we don't need a scene with the daughter. He'd just like check in, do the fatherly, like, stay close to Gorthrin because he's essentially a walking castle.
Right. And correct me if I'm wrong. Last session we did say, like, you said goodbye to your spouse and. Your wife and everything. We already did that part. That's what I thought. I was like, we can move. I didn't go back. Okay, cool.
Said goodbye. Like they know if I don't come back, Acewin's in charge. If Acewin's dead, then my spouse has got to shit out with Gwern.
Okay, cool. All right then. So you arrive at King Pelennor. You don't even make it to King Pellennor's tent. Shut the fuck up, phone. What? My phone just literally said, "Sorry, I don't understand."
Neither do I, phone. I've never understood any of it.
What? Shut down. I'm like, can't deal with you right now. Okay, sorry about that. So you get intercepted on the way to King Pellennor's tent. You get intercepted by it's like someone else that was in the strategic meeting, so not like Nanteliad, but Nanteliad's, aide de camp kind of stuff, right? And they're like, "Have you seen King Pelennor?"
I was on my way to see him right now.
No, he's not. We can't find him anywhere.
He's a king.
Yeah. We help me look for him. Like he's like so you go to the tent and stuff, and you see that his stuff's still there. He didn't like yeet himself out of here like with all his stuff, but he's not there. You see his horse is gone.
His horse is gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see. Is there hunting stuff missing? Is like a hunting spear missing or some shit?
Yes.
Fuck.
You can make an awareness test for additional details.
Yes, I would like to do the thing you say.
this would be like pressing
click
that
the
button in the
It's
game to
not.
see things that highlight.
Oh, god
Nope.
damn it.
Okay.
I even pumped my awareness.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Nothing.
All right. That
Okay.
sucks.
Yeah.
Gonna report
So he looks like he
that
left
to whoever
hunting.
I need to. Yeah.
Are you telling me
his
he just-
men gone as well, or is it just him?
No. Some other horses are left, so maybe it's like a hunting party, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yep.
They went real light, and they obviously they don't have horses, or yes, they have horses. They don't have dogs. They don't have hunting hounds, or anything like that. Hounds, horses, H. Yeah.
Gareth is gonna find whoever is next in charge in Eleanor's group,
It's
like the steward or quartermaster, like seneschal, aide de camp, like a sergeant, like a fucking man at arms if I have to.
Yeah, basically like Pelinor's marshal. But I think it's that scene though where like it's kind of a cut to the tent where Nantelia's like learning about this while you also have that guy next to you, right? Being like, oh fuck, we have to go tell the king. You know what I mean? Like that's the right. So immediately cut to that part, and King Nantelia being like, what the fuck? like the whole camp like hears that, right? Like there's like a pause for a second as people, Gorthrin's gaming and like looks over, right? Comes back to inside the tent. Are you telling me he's gone?
I am.
Where? Why has no rider been sent out yet?
They have been, your grace.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Christ. All right. All right. Well, if he's not back, one of you needs to be promoted.
What? When you say promoted,
the marshal. The plan about pitting them, circling around. He volunteered. Imagine this is like 7:00 at night before the battle.
Yep. My lord, you have only to ask, and I shall answer.
And he looks over to the other marshal. He's like, "Are you sure?" And the other marshal's like, "Well, this man's defended his lands twice here. I'll put my trust in him."
So no one went after Pelennor?
No, NPCs did.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Gorthrin would have ridden after him.
I mean, I could have told you, given you a heads up. My hunting score is still garbage, so there's no chance I was going out.
Yeah. Well,
That's fine.
You bring Gorthrin. Yeah. Okay, so like right from there, you bring Gorthrin up to speed. You're at Pellinor's tent, like getting ready, like figuring out anything else that you could find about him, right? And that's when make an awareness test, or awareness. Gorthrin.
All right. Let's see. That's not
right.
9-10.
So you get you have authority from either somebody that like go through his tent, go through his pavilion, and figure out if there's anything there he could have gone. And due to your cleverness, you're able to discover that he has been given a letter. It was that letter that was seen given when Gareth was talking to him, and it's kind of cryptic, but it certainly points out that he needs that his presence is wanted at a nearby tavern called the Crossed Keys. You are aware of the Crossed Keys. It sits close to Love Camagus, and it's run by some monks. He was said to meet a father there, one by the name of Father Ralph. You can imagine it says something like, Father Ralph will catechize you if you could spare the penny. Something like that. Weird and cryptic. At the Cross Keys. Something like that, right?
Okay. It's not that far.
You could make an intrigue test if you would like.
Gosh, I mean, Gorthrin's dunce.
But you find this like crumpled up underneath like the bed or something like that. Like it fell out of his pillow or something like that after someone
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you. You know, we're over here. Why would he?
Why would he?
Yeah, what does he do? Is this? Yeah, why would he run off? This.
Would you like to go after him, or would you like to send people after him?
I mean, Lev Komagas isn't that far away from where we are, right?
No, it's barely like an hour's ride.
Yeah,
it'd be less than that, really.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
go after him.
Gareth, this feels like Merlin shit to you.
Yes, correct. It feels very Merlin, which is a reason Gareth might insist going with, if that's not an imposition.
Yeah.
If he heard about it, Gareth would be like, someone lift me on my horse. I've got to go talk to this Welsh fucking weirdo stealing our goddamn Vanguard away.
Right. Yeah, no, Gorthron reads it because I specifically put points in his ability to read Latin.
Hey,
yeah,
nice.
Read. Yeah, he'll read it out loud and just be like, "That's weird. That's odd."
Yeah. So you put Gareth. How much are you motivated here solving this, if only so you don't get put in charge of the battalion?
Is that King Pellinor is not a chump. We need all the not chumps we can, and like Gareth feels more comfortable pointing that asshole at the enemy than not knowing where he is in the first place.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Okay, I just need horsemanship as you guys all, fly like the wind at night, riding out to this place.
Riding with my spouse. Ain't off.
No problems. All right, you don't have to do any sort of like energetic or anything like that. You all are fine. You come across a rather rotund monk, currently dining on some prunes and drinking. So just so you know, like a Cross Keys establishment is, while it's sort of like established by priests, it's also like a proper tavern, and one of the few places like you can actually like intermingle between like monks, women, and drinking and eating. Like for this time period. Which I always thought was kind of cool. When I was researching this shit, it was one of those things where I fell down a rabbit hole. I'm like, oh wow, this is actually kind of cool. Like you wouldn't think about the rules of like when you can interact with people, but like that's actually a huge thing.
Sure.
Anyways,
so it's like attached to a monastery or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Okay. Exactly. So like there's like more priests than like travelers, but yeah. You see, there's a couple soldiers like trying to hide that they're here from you, like they're just here drinking and eating, right?
Yeah.
Touring the monastery, and they're seeing how they brew the wine at the monastery before the night, just getting a little education, maybe going to a late night mass for their salvation before the battle, really sampling the communion wines, but yeah, so I need you all to figure out which one of these is Father Ralph. There's several rotuns eating different. Oh wait, I already told you that. I'm sorry. I forget about it.
He was eating prunes.
Yeah, and so you all like slam, like I imagine he's sort of there like whoo, and like one of you slams your hand on the desk down next to him, right? And he like nearly coughs on the prunes.
Let Gorthron be the bad cop in this one because of his size.
Step right into view, move the bowl of prunes out of the way. Maybe eat one himself.
Oh, you're Sir Gareth.
I am. Where's King Pellinor?
His tonsor head goes down. Stirs his bowl of prunes. I'm afraid I haven't seen him. He's lying.
To dissemble in front of someone as ornery as me and large as him is not wisdom.
Oh. Perhaps you should give a talk at the monastery, because you're absolutely right. Listen, okay. I admit there was a letter for him that I gave to him, but it wasn't really me. He eats another date. I'm just the messenger.
Gareth is going to kind of lean in. He's not specifically trying to hide it from Gorthron, but he doesn't want to say this too loud.
Yeah.
But he's like, he's the druid up there.
Oh no, no.
Hmm.
But to tell you the truth, I don't know who the letter was from. They just told me to give it to him and say it in camp. I was being the closest, and well, I mean, it was kind of a bit of a trek down to the camp as you just rode up here and to do all that. I just had to stop to relax for a second, rest my feet.
Hmm. Very
He
good.
doesn't seem to like. He's pretty playful for like what he was doing, right? He's no intrigue roll needed, but he's giddy because he gets to be a part of a conspiracy. He's like, oh, this guy's kind of cool, and I get to have and I get my food written off, right?
Let's go.
He's exerting that sort of energy.
Let's go to the monastery. Go off and give him back the dates next time you see us.
Oh no,
sir.
No, you can't go there, because then I'll have to go. Listen, and besides, it's not even there. Look, the letter I got was from Amesbury, but you didn't hear that from me.
Give him back the dates. If we ever see you again,
Ooh.
you shall not need dates to shit yourself. Gorthon is gonna... Gareth is gonna stomp out.
Yeah. Perfect.
Fucking Amesbury? What is going on?
You got a ride.
Amesbury.
God damn it.
He's not here.
Amesbury's back in Sarum, or outside of Sarum. It's also where your mom is.
Yes.
Do we have time to, like...
That's
we're
the
gonna
question. Do you go back, or do you push, like, kind of later into the night before this battle? Imagine it's now getting closer to, like, 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so from Levka Magus to Sarum is like a hard ride.
You're not in, so you're not in Levkamagus, you're like on the road between. So like you're kind of like in that town beforehand.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what? Yeah. I've got energetic 19. I don't think I have a choice.
You're going to be...
I've got 16.
It's going to be a late night for you. You're not going to get a lot of sleep.
Right.
I think you see a weird energy over Gareth. Like, as inconvenient as this is, as much as this sucks, this is what he does best. Like, I've energetic 19. If there's a thing to be done, fucking do it.
Yeah. Now, you'll be riding as basically, well, you're kind of tasked for finding Pelennor. Like, you also be coming up on this monastery kind of like unannounced, way past like curfew times, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just, okay.
I mean, we could send someone back to the camp. Right, like I could send my squire back and be like, "Hey, we are coming back, but this is something."
We're coming back with Pelennor. Period. Yeah. Got to go to Amesbury for him. Yeah. Lovely. Oh hey, hi Kobold Press. Thank you.
Oh hell yeah!
Thanks for the raid.
This is a good time to raid.
Hi, welcome. We're playing Pendragon. So you all are rushing to Amesbury trying to find King Pelennor and what sort of this mysterious conspiracy you might be a part of right now.
Let's do it.
Okay. I need one more horsemanship. Or unless you already preemptively rolled that. No. Okay.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Crit.
This is perfect. You are riding through your lands at night, right? Like this, right? You literally have to go through the Chute Valley to get to Amesbury. I can bring you over to the map as well for this part, but like
we're getting the cool like smash cuts to like flashbacks of young Gareth and like Erwin riding through the fields hunting the fucking boar.
Oh yeah.
Like ... like Indiana Jones. The blue I can't really see the blue dots. I probably should have picked a higher contrast color when I wanted to make a meme. But like you're literally running through the Chute Valley. You're literally go past like parts of Shoulderton, like literally to get to Amesbury. Right? So you all are riding
right through those peasants' hovels.
Yeah. It's the necromancer, my lord. He's back.
He was running with some kind of skeleton, I say.
There's two. I say they're looking for a ring, my lord.
Something about Bagginses. I said we don't have many Bagginses here. We used them up all with the harvest.
Shire. Baggins. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you all ride up to Amesbury, and well, not the abbot, but again, like some lower ranking priest, like probably puts away the crossbow that they have after they realize who you are, and they're just as weird, like they're literally like going to bed, and they're like, what, my lords, what are you doing here?
We seek King Pellinor. We've been told that he came here.
His guys kind of like immediately drops when you say that. Goes, how did you hear about this?
Does it matter? Where's King Pellinor?
Well, I mean, it's too late, and I don't think you're supposed to be here. You don't. I imagine you were just walking while he's talking, and like he's doing that. Thing, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know you're supposed to be. Okay, and you just through like charismatically overpower him, right? It's like you go into the hall. And all of a sudden,
I let Gorthrin be the plow for this snowdrift.
you enter this monastery expecting to find a pretty empty. Monks are asleep in their cloisters, and except when you go in here, you hear a lot of murmuring and talking, and you guys open the door, and inside are about 60 bodyguards of Saxon nature, of Kimbric nature. Some of them carrying Cornish flags, some of them carrying Welsh, some of them carrying Sussex, not Sussex, Wessex, and then some other ones that maybe like Lothian. Shrugs.
I don't like this at all.
So like literally like head turns at you.
Mm-hmm.
No sign of I know what. No, it'd be more interesting. Pellinor comes over to you and it's like, "How are you here, lads? What?"
When duty calls, I ride. King Pellinor, you were to lead a vanguard.
But also, do you know what you're here? You can't leave yet. No one's you can't know about. And he like shuts the door. Oh, gods. Okay, Christ. Sorry. He's like, he's in a monastery.
Gareth is like putting his back to Gorthrin, and then, visibly on guard. This is not.
Yeah.
No.
We are in the middle of here. We are in the middle of a peace talk.
Under whose authority?
And then that's when you see like a door open, and you look over, and can you make a I believe the first. No, you've seen her already, so you don't have to. It is the Dowager Queen Ugraine.
Like,
yeah,
Uther,
yeah, Duke, yes.
Oh. I had a little bit of like a relationship with her though.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I said, wait, you don't have to make a test. Yeah, it's like, you don't have to make a test about her beauty. You've already, we're long past that. All right, that's what like I was about to do it, but someone else does though, because she is still a hottie.
Mm-hmm.
Gorthrin.
Oh.
All right, so what's the role?
That's the lustful for me, buddy. In order to immediately fall in love with her. Like, you will immediately fall in love. She's still one of the most beautiful women in the entire world. In fact, she's probably the most beautiful woman here. She is Eleanor before Eleanor existed.
Okay. All right. So he's got to fail a lustful.
You are going to, You might not fall in battle tomorrow, but you're going to fall in love.
6.
Yep, there you
go.
Yeah. Literally, like Pepe Le Pew, like booga eye, like heart about this lady. She has like hot teacher vibes, like
I'm feeling it.
Like sexy wine mom vibes, you know what I'm talking about?
Every sword stroke tomorrow will be in her honor. And do I get a love stat for her or something now?
Yeah, can you do? Yeah, I mean, can roll a d10.
I mean, is it that?
Roll a d6. Roll a d6. We'll keep it small.
Sure.
It probably won't come up again. Yeah, it's a 1.
Okay. It's enough to put it on the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fact she's here, she's escorted by other like great like widows, right? Like respectable women of widows of Logris, basically, right? And we haven't seen her, but apparently she has been called and kind of organized some sort of like Council of Elrond peace talk to stop this battle, or at least have something to do to prevent it. So she opens the door and says, "My king, the prince would like to have you in order to present his case tonight. He must ride early, or for battle early, so please join us." And the king's like, "May these two come along?" And she looks and sees it's you, kind of smiles and says, "Gorin.
So
Garian?
Gareth, the
Gareth.
Winterborn Gunnet.
My God, wow." Yeah, and she's like, comes in. Yeah, like she's like, she welcomes you in, right? She doesn't exactly remember you, but like kind of like your glory's enough to be like, you hit the radar a couple times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've seen you around. Yeah. Come in. So, you don't know, make an intrigue roll to see what prince they're talking about.
I got an idea, but that's a pass.
Perfect. So, in front of you is a Welsh, what would I put it? It's kind of like a marriagey like sign of the Duke of Cornwall's crest on top with the Igraine's house sign prince, which would mean this guy is supposed to assumedly the child of both Igraine and Uther, but he is with the Saxon camp. He's with the king here, Curdic. Oh, by the way, King Curdic is here.
Wait, the fucking...
Yeah, sorry.
This is an heir of Uther?
Yes. He is an heir of Uther that King Curdic is producing to Igraine, with like the proper like royalties.
Oh my God! Saying this is Uther's. Fuck! That kills Nantalot's claim.
Yes, I know, and that's why you're here. Welcome. That's why Pellinor is here. So they're like, can we convince him to stop this war? And that's exactly like what they're going to try to talk about here. And that basically this guy's the prince's name is Prince Eloid. How do I say his name? Eliwold. Here you go. Oh, by the way, Sir Brastius is also here.
Brastius, this is the Uther crew.
Yeah, this is OG Uther crew. I got him back. Yeah. The band is back together. So
Gareth, I think, is more scared than he's ever been, because the proximity right now to power and the power this represents and the power it has to upset what is already a precarious fucking situation.
This is not the first day of negotiations, right? That's the second part that you come here, but like they're trying to avoid a big battle, right? Yeah, like that's really what they're trying to do here, and also press this claim that perhaps they can. We can stop this war. So like I think that's where sort of King Curdic starts, saying like he introduces him, he swears and legitimizes that this guy is who he says he is, this prince, and goes ahead, and then the king's like, I'm gonna take half my suite with me back because we got to go right out tomorrow morning, right? And that's when the prince gives his speech out here. Like he says, we've come here not as conquerors, but we've come here as healers. For a generation, Syagrius has stolen a Pendragon, has stolen peace. And I can be that healer. I can bridge the divide. And, well, I believe that my father, surrogate father, his King Curdic, has been such a wise counsel, and he has taught me that while peace can be claimed by a sword, authority is best given when given by electors. The highest kings through our history have all been through electors. Constantine, Aurelius, Ambrosius, and then even the traitorous Vertiger. The pen is what legitimizes the authority the sword can bring. So help me end this decades of bloodshed. And the groups are like, Igraine takes a long pause here. Igraine is still not believing that this is like her kid. But Siagrius killed him. You're dead. And he's like, no. We were all betrayed. For Merlin had a different plan. You make an intrigue test.
Yes, please. Another success.
He's lying. He is well coached in what he's supposed to say. And furthermore, Igraine sees it too. So, would you like to say anything or let this go? Gorthrin, you don't realize that you're literally in like the Hall of Fame. I mean, like, right now.
Everyone that's old in Salisbury.
You can't stop looking at Igraine, though. Is what I kind of imagine. You were literally doodling.
Troubled. Did you notice that she seems troubled?
Yeah.
Yes, and you are not the one to wipe the worry from her brow right now, Gorthrin.
I could always be that.
Colin needs to talk this one out. So, this ain't Uther's kid. Igraine knows it. Igraine is also the person who is most likely to legitimize. If the mother says it's her kid, who's gonna fucking argue, right? If he's been coached, King Kurdic is here, right? He's the one who's fucking interested in this piece going through.
Right. Yeah. He's been asking for it for a while now.
I am not a priest who's versed in how to tell a mother from a calf. I'm a man of God, though, who served under King Uther. I was at the miracle on the hills. When you speak of peace, that is what I think of. Uther showed a worthiness before God that was indisputable. He did not hide it. Certainly not this far. Certainly with only one party present. I do not know you, sir. My belief in your claim is irrelevant. Only you may prove that claim. No one here can make that seal. But we are not on the hill. Your sword does not shine in my eyes. And the grace of God does not descend on us now.
Damn. What would you like to get out of this? Because that is awesome. Do you want him to leave? Because I think my first guess is that you make him storm out, being like, you basically slam dunked on his claim here, like that this isn't going to work.
Yeah, that okay. Works for me. Just like hit dogs holler.
Okay. So like imagine a really awesome rebuttal to Colin's amazing speech. And then imagine him being like, but nevertheless, I must retire and join my father, for tomorrow war will be our judge. And he'll head out. It's an illusion. So he's going to head out, but we're not done here yet. Igraine's going to say to everyone, stay. We have more to discuss.
I have a long ride ahead of me, my lady.
Oh. Well, I can't I couldn't speak my mind in said company. So, would you indulge me before your ride to hear my words?
You've earned that much.
Three of you.
Anything for you, my love.
Yeah. Like getting as close to on the table as
Right.
possible.
It's like just a bow. He takes off his fedora.
I do not trust those man's words. And thank you, both of you, for being here in our darkest hour to say what needed to be said. For his words were convincing others, and I know that man is not my child. My child is dead. Gorthon, it's so good. Sorry, it's so good because Gorthon, you're like, what the fuck? And like, meanwhile, like Garen and Earth and you're ingrained, like this generational trauma that has caused all of this is happening right in front. You're literally fucking marrying Pippin at the Council of Elrond. Like you literally
fucking sword, Garrett.
It's like the weight of this
fins in your shirt, like
talking about the fucking shine of the piece of Excalibur. And you're like, oh, you're so hot.
You know her? You know her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Long story. Okay. Yeah.
It's not a chapter of my life I like to talk about. You're like,
How did you not? How could you not?
Give yourselves 100 glory for this last piece.
Okay. 508.
That was awesome.
We'll call that Paul dunking on the false heir of Uther.
Yeah, that was so good. Being like, I was there. I know what this is like. But even Brastius was starting to feel like, I don't know, maybe he is the guy. Whew. Awesome. That was so cool.
Sweet. So we busted up their false attempt to trick us?
Yeah.
Wasn't come out.
Well,
were they
kind of
fight them, right?
You were not born into a... You were born into a sick world, and they would offer medicine that smells pungent sweet, but it would sicken and kill us at the end. Our medicine shall be bitter tomorrow, the day after, and the day after. But one day we will be well, Gorthrin.
God. Why can't I make the words sound as good when you say the words, Colin? That's so good.
Oh man.
I know, just saying that to to Gorthrin. Yeah. Oh, the dramatic irony. I don't know. I when I thought of this, I was like, the weight of it all and the fact that you have these two positions and experiences is just incredible. Well, I need you all. Wait, your energetics are all like 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so imagine asking to see how tired you are tomorrow. Imagine that for a second, would you?
Mm.
So your well-known energeticness. I just need one horsemanship test. That's all.
Yep. We stole my good rolls.
Hey,
Right.
there's your other.
More that's your
crit.
second crit.
It's good.
All right.
Well, I got to get my crits out so Eric can roll them in on me during the fight. That's how it works.
Yep. The the law of thermodynamic probability conservation, I guess. There was a limited number of crits in the world.
It's true.
Okay. A finite amount. All right. So then the rest of the night, Pelennor is back. He's going to lead that side. And I think we're ready to begin our combat.
Hell yeah.
All right. You all meet in the lowlands of Netley Marsh. Somewhere kind of near Porchester.
Chills, man. I know this battle.
It's a big boy battle.
It's a big boy battle, and I know just enough Shakespearean lore to know this is a fucking important one.
Yeah. So, I think what we see here is both forces marshaled full strength. Again, you have a little bit of the hill advantage in the top. Looking down furthermore into sort of like the confluent stuff of the rivers and the marshes, but before that, you can see the marshaled troops of I want confederation, I guess, of Wessex, Cornish, and continental mercenaries. Their knights are set up in front of their battle lines, just how your knights are set up in front of your battle lines as you begin to plan when is the right time to make the first charge. So you're going to be doing your clash of knights, followed by the march of the infantry, and it's going to be the biggest thing. I want to again emphasize that each of these individual blocks is roughly 250 troops. Which again, 2 of these blocks is the entirety of knights of Salisbury. So that is just how many forces you're looking at here. Like you've never seen so many men before, except maybe inside London, but not for war.
Yeah.
This should
literally
feel
the biggest battle.
This should feel apocalyptic.
Good.
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 You've literally for the first time for Gorthrin's first major battle, you look to the right and left of you, and there is nothing but horses, right?
Yeah.
And men, and spears, and every color of banner and pendant ready, right? Every color of painted shield, trumpets. It is so loud. While you have your sergeants kind of going up and down, or I guess captains, right? The captains of the companies. To the left and right. I mean, what's Aeswin feeling like, Colin?
Aeswin is very nervous. She is sticking with Gorthrin for sure. And I think her nervousness is like obsessively like checking over her equipment, like everything, like making sure everything's cinched tight, right? The sword's been wetted, everything's like shining bright. It would look like vanity if you didn't know that it came from like a nervous energy.
Totally. Yeah, and I think this nervous energy just reverberates through this line. Even like the older knights who, not really that many knights still fighting since Mercred, not many, but the one or two or the dozen or so that are like they know the stakes of this, they know the size of this, and the rest of you are like this is I don't know what I'm experiencing, but this is a roller coaster, other people like first time, yeah. So it's gonna be a lot. Similarly though, similar energy from the other side, right? Like Cornish knights can't muster this strength alone, right? This is a true like alliance versus alliance fight. All right. Enough waxing about the prelude to battle. Let's get ready to rumble. All right. Colin, you won't be rolling battle, but you can roll Inteliad's battle because he's going to be part of this line here. And
Sure.
Inteliad's going to ride off and give a speech to like the men, right? Like before, because that pretty much after this it's imminent.
Yep.
The train leaves the station after this. So, something similar to great men to it. You also give a compelling speech that's just as good.
Oh yeah. Spear shall be shaken.
It is a sword day.
Splintered, sword day. Red day, ere the sun rises. Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's goddamn.
All right. What's his battle that I'm rolling?
18.
That's the same as mine, so I'm just going to do that. Noish. Not a bad success. Could be better. Could be worse. Ah, shit.
All right. So, this is how it begins. It is also a it's later August. It is a good breeze. It is a cool day. And there's just a little bit of fog. A little cloudy. Let me get some music. Okay. So, you will be on the receiving end of the first charge. The knights begin slow until getting faster and faster. Right? Your knees are touching the other knights to your left. This only works when you're this close. As the battalion commanders, you're right there with them. There's no like looking onto this battle. Only the foot soldiers are. You're the perfect shining representations of everything that you all stand for, and everything that your world stands for, economically, socially, militarily, and you are about to do great harm, just absolute great harm to them as well. You take the sides respectively. They take the sides respectively. It's about to get brutal.
Yeah.
Okay. You all will crash as a sea, as just a tidal wave of metal and meat and horse hit. They get the +5 to this. Let's go.
This is a lance check, right?
This is. Would you like to call on a passion?
Yes, absolutely. Honor. Gareth, this, I mean, as you said, representing more than just our manors, more than just a county. We are embodying an entire way of life, and especially after last night, the sense of righteous indignation that they would try to have this false peace inflicted on us. So, fuck yeah, honor.
Gorthrin?
Yeah.
Is that
If we call on a passion, it's for this phase only, right?
correct?
We can't call it on again.
No. I've already pre-rolled, just so you know, this battle is ginormous. It is 9 rounds. We're not going to do every single round as a full complete battle. I've already pre-rolled who you're fighting for each round, and then I've also pre-randomly rolled which of these 2 rounds of the 9 that will be a full conflict that we see through. Okay?
Yeah.
Got it.
Cool.
Yeah, he's not going to call on a passion then for this first one. We'll see how he does. His lance isn't great.
Okay.
We'll see.
I just need
Still
to
a
do one
success.
thing.
Yeah, my lance is not great either. I don't think I ever got better.
Okay. They only
the
got
entire...
so they're doing, so if their base is 19 plus 5 for minutes 24, so they get d20 plus 4.
Yeah.
All right, this one's coming at you, Gareth.
Roll 4 lower to, yeah.
And this one's
Nuts.
coming at you, Gorthrin.
Yeah.
No crits. That's good.
Okay, no crits. But they were charging, so they did their horse damage. Damage 1 going to you, Gareth.
Oof. Oh, that's only 3. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, Gorthrin. 19 and 22 respectively.
Yeah.
Your shields and stuff eat most of it. Horsemanship test to stay up.
No biggie.
Yeah.
Good.
They're eager. The enemy's forces ride with a hidden confidence. Something rattles you, Garrett. Your battle, something's wrong,
Yeah.
but you can't put your
Yeah.
finger on it.
Yeah.
All right.
The kind of man who plans out that deception does not rely on that deception alone. There's got to be wheels within wheels going on.
Oh, thank you for gifting lots of subs. All right. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. You all are entangled, right? Gareth, what would you do? Are you going to call
So
them to circle back, like to fall back, reassemble, try to disengage, or are you going to try to are we going to hold the line here? Like, do we want...
do I have any good sense of how the lines met? Like, is it...
Yeah, roll 3d6.
Yeah.
Roll 3d6. We're going to do it rather than... So, behind the curtain, we're not doing the normal book of battle for this. Because you can't influence the end result because you guys are not... you're a small part. You're not... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to do it that way. So, we're doing by the core book. So, you're rolling a 3d6, right?
Yep, 13.
Okay. And that is on page 141, 13. The enemy is confused. Okay.
Okay,
so,
perfect.
Yeah.
In that case, I would try and be like, let's disengage. If we can get a charge off right in there confusing, that'd be a choice.
Okay. No, that's fantastic. Yeah, so they're going to break back. We are going to break back and set up again for another charge.
Yes.
Okay. All right. There seems to be no clear winner right now, as there's just been, just a straight clash of everybody.
Sure.
How many glory do we get per round of this?
60.
60 per round.
Yeah. Okay. We're sticking with the knights. This is the full round. All right. Let's do a battle test to determine who gets the advantage on the charge. Because as both forces begin to sort of break off again, recover their lances, and ready for the second strike.
All right. 12 success.
3.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
What is it? What is it that you say, or what is it that we do that gives you this edge for the second round?
It's the incline, slight incline, right? We let them, because that lets us turn much quicker than you'd think, right? Mm-hmm. The horse can just let its body weight kind of turn it. So we essentially ride back and then wheel together.
Nice.
Yeah.
You wheel and pivot and strike once more. This time with more vigor. Are you going to invoke another passion? It's a new round.
Not this time.
This is an extended one. Okay.
Yep. This is a new round, but we get the +5 from the battle roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it. That works for me.
Boom.
That's a crit, baby.
There you go. That's a big crit. That's a big boy crit, Colin.
Living my best life. I get to check Lance for the first time in this character's career.
Oh, yeah.
At 42 years old.
Roll a d3 for me.
Okay.
This is whether or not you're crashing into mercenaries, Cornish, or Wessex soldiers. You're fighting the Cornish again. So the same people you fought the first time.
Fantastic.
So that makes sense. You have lined up again, and you're giving them exactly... You're ready for them now. You've learned. You have improved. Hopefully. All right. This is against you. I can't beat that. I literally fumble. So you crit versus fumble to you. So that's real bad.
That's
real bad. That guy... there's not going to be an extended melee person, because that person's gonna probably just... They just got nuked. But we're gonna roll the damage and stuff. Don't worry. But yeah. Okay. They take the full damage. God damn, they take the full damage to it.
So 38 damage.
Yeah, they're dead. They don't have 38 hit points for sure. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Okay, what was I doing? 19. Okay. 15. All right, Corthan.
Yeah, that beats by 12.
Oh. Okay. Another 66 coming at you. 15. So. Did you include your +5 for Lance?
Yep.
Oh, you did. Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the +5,
wish
you would have crit
12. Then I would have critted. That would have been nice.
I love this so much. Okay.
So it takes another one on his shield.
Yeah, right. It splinters off the shield, just explodes into a fracture of little pieces of wood. Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Do you want to describe how you would just delete this guy?
Garen? Yeah. I dig in the last second, I basically sideslip his lance, right? And so his momentum takes him full in the chest and just lifts him from the seat of his saddle.
Wilhelm scream and all. It is a remarkable display. If you survive, you'll be certainly give yourself another like 25 experience for this. That is just like you. This is textbook, right? No one has ever struck someone with a lance so well. Oh, lovely. Okay. They reel back after your stiff steel rebuttal. It's time for the bigger part of the battle. They're unable to be stuck in. Their forces start to spread, but they begin to do a bit of a shift. They're not lining up one-on-one for you. They're favoring more of the open field.
They've got some shit in those woods.
Your enemy, the horns begin to blare, marshaling the men afoot. And that's exactly the problem. From calling from over to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Sussex reinforcements come to the tunes of thousands.
Oh,
They stream out of the marches. Like no one could have walked through this. Yet here they are. You all are kind of zoomed in here. There's an immediate twist and change of position, but this is gonna go real bad.
This is real bad. This is fucking the Battle of Lucretium, where the Thebans double stacked one side and just turned the entire Spartan flank. That's exactly what they're doing here.
Can you stop stealing my reference material?
We read the same shit, Eric.
Nah, we're the same person. Yeah, no, that's exactly. So it's very bad. All right. So now we are no longer going to be against knight versus knight, and we are now in random mode as you all begin to, everyone begins to alternate, shift, move, defend, begin to build where is the battle line forming? How are we, this is where battle is hard. This round, you're getting a -10 to your battle round as you have to improvise.
Okay.
Would you like to call on a passion?
Yes. I would like to call on my love of family.
Yeah.
Because I am terrified for Gorthrin and Aeswin.
Yeah. You are outnumbered.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, you are melancholic.
Yep.
I think this reflected that Aeswin's here. And that Aeswin, there's oh god, Aeswin, I have to protect. Oh my god.
So
She's
I'm
here.
now at -15 for my battle. Which is -10, and then -5 for being melancholic. Yeah. No, Gareth.
You want to call on another passion? I think if you're melancholic, you can only have one of each stat of passion. So
hospitality.
Okay. For the duration of the situation is just -5, and then after it passes, you become melancholic.
Yeah, this is gonna stick emotionally. This is gonna stick with me, but mechanically, it's just for the round.
Yeah, disheartened. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, shit.
If I roll a fucking 3, I'm gonna just poop myself on stream.
There you go. Oh yeah, fuck yes.
I think I now have to poop myself on stream. Is that
take a break?
Colin, what the fuck?
Fucking awesome.
Wait, are you serious?
Mm-hmm. All of that.
Are you kidding me?
How you doing?
How did you just fucking crit your roll? Oh my god. Dude, you just pull what is it? Okay, so you call on your family and instead you're just filled with determination?
No.
Is it suicidal? Is
no,
it there like a grim?
No.
What is it?
I'm worried. I'm worried about Aeswin, right? I need to save Aeswin. and I look and
Orders, sir.
just
Orders.
I look over the mass of Logris Knights, and I look at the children of all my dead friends, and like all of the future of Salisbury, and like I can't protect Acewin, but I can protect that little shit with acne. I can protect that kid, right? And it relies on me doing my fucking job. So let's do it.
Oh man. Well, time to
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Third round.
mixing up the colors here. We're just doing it, okay?
Yes, because this is all it's all the kids of people who are dead now. People I fought with under Uther.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Like this is just like a hot steaming mess. This is exactly what it looks like. It is absolutely to zoom out. Like this is it's just so many people. Like you can't see the end, right? Like from where you're at, you cannot see the end of people. You just see a wave of men just like coming through these woods just nonstop, right? Just a procession of death.
What Gareth does is he knows that he can't keep the formation together amidst all this chaos. So he says break to lance, so that it's each lance is essentially working on its own. So that way they're still a cohesive unit, right? And that's the strength of the knight is the lance. And I'm no longer trying to coordinate an uncoordinatable mass of troops.
Love it. All right. The first thing, for this round, you're going against Javelineers. So they get to do a missile attack on you all. Remember this one? D6?
Yeah.
On a 4, 5, or 6, you're getting targeted?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember these assholes. Are we rolling our own, or are you doing that to us? Whew!
Okay.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah. And that makes perfect sense. You also crit your battle. You're able to, you see that they're lining up, and you know that, yeah, right? I can save them. Go now, right? To lance.
Break to lance. Break to lance.
Charge into the Javelineers who break way to get ready to volley. You catch them. Yeah, they don't have armor. Go ahead.
So it's
battle. It's lance then, right? Or sword.
It's lance plus. Oh yeah, it's sword. If we're not charging, then it's sword.
Yeah.
But it would be +5 for the charge, +5 for the crit. And it does a crit battle. Okay.
+5 for high ground.
Yeah, so you're getting +5 for the charge because that's what the battle gives you. You just get glory for this battle. For that one, give yourself 20 glory for that for sure.
Okay.
For the crit of the battle. Instead, you're getting +5 for basically nailing your battle roll here, and for this basically a charge almost, even though it's not really a lance charge. And then the second one is +5 for being mounted while they're not.
Okay.
Oh, there you go, Gorthrin. Damn. There you go. Great men to it.
All right.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I lost how many? What's the total pluses?
10.
10. Got it. Okay. I'm rolling at a 31. Still managed to roll fucking.
You still managed to roll garbage. Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, not that it really matters. Okay. One passes, but they're wearing like hardly any armor. Like they're wearing like leather armor, which is only like 8, if I recall correctly. And
yeah, it's not good.
The other guy whiffs it. So Colin, you do your damage, and Gorthrin, do yours.
Thing is,
you crit with a sword. So are you doing 10d6? 12. You're doing 12d6.
Yeah.
I'm doing 4d6.
I love it. Oh my god.
I didn't even feel my guy.
Jeez. All right, 39.
Garrett, yeah.
There we go. Jeez.
That guy's still hanging on. Oh my god, Jib. Do you want to describe like how you get this guy? You can describe that you can kill multiple people in this scene.
Yeah, I was just to say like he
there's
comes
more,
up and just runs along and slashing left and right. I think he's taken off head at least one.
Yeah.
And certainly a strike that's just catches one in the neck and someone else in the arm. It's pretty brutal. These are light infantry. We're heavy cavalry. We go through them like paper.
Yeah. This is why you are the dominant tactic on the battlefield.
Yeah.
This is exactly your strength. But this is nothing like what you trained for, right?
No.
This is not. You've never trained in this compact of a position when it's just an extremely target-rich environment, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Pure chaos.
Okay. You're so in the thick of it as you pretty much break through these folks for the next round. Like you're getting into more of like their archers are like getting ready to line up, right? Which are like the mercenary from the continent, right? Sure. Like they were not expecting. They're like, what the fuck? So battle roll as you are absolutely getting them, and I'm giving them a -5. This is because of your successes here.
We get glory for these lowly javelineers.
Yeah, every round 60 glory for this battle.
That's just a flat, like that's enemies and everything else then.
Yeah, 60.
Okay.
Yeah, just do flat. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just
okay. We're on round 3 then.
Understood.
Yeah, this is round 3.
Okay. Any modifiers to battle? I'm no longer melancholic. Well, I'm no longer mechanically affected by my passion.
I'm getting my battle roll reduced.
Okay. Success, but not a high one.
They literally beat you by 1. All right, so they're fast enough that they don't have their bows and they will have their swords.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we do have to do a little bit of a fight here.
All right.
You're still on horses though. They're on foot,
Mm-hmm.
so you're getting your +5 for that, but no like charge bonus or anything like that.
Okay. Squad.
Their sword sucks.
Why am I so bad at rolling?
Gareth, Sir Gareth, sword 1. Gorthrin.
All right, I'll still
sword 2.
I essentially need to crit in order to get through their damage, honestly.
All right.
Or get through their armor.
Well.
Yep.
All right, you're gonna have to keep fighting them, but all right. The good news here is that they only do 66 on a crit because they're archers. 24. I think you need to make a horsemanship test for sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely not a major wound. -16, so that's 8 damage to you.
Yeah, that's not a major wound.
Right. Yeah. So, but you still have to stay on your horse, which is a horseman.
Yeah, I got that 8.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. All right. So someone gets you like at a lucky shot again. Like you're killing someone else as someone else gets you in the leg, right?
Right.
Before getting them down.
There's no way you can really focus on one person without getting hit by someone else in this right now. It's just...
I'm not making you roll against like 3 different targets. Like I could, but like this is fine.
Oh, yeah,
like you're gonna... I don't want to kill you all in like the very like 3rd round of this thing. Like, this doesn't make any sense. You guys are just fighting tooth and nail for every inch here. Okay. We're gonna continue to be engaged with y'all because it wasn't a decisive blow. But this isn't like an extended melee. This is the next round, right? But you're again going against archers.
All right, so we're now at round 5.
Yeah.
Over halfway through. Still +5 for being mounted. Give me something higher than a 10, please. Fuck you.
Oh.
It's...
A 1 for you, Gareth, and a 4 for Gorthrin.
You beat him, bro. My fucking noodly armed old man is just... Oh, look, that's finally a good roll.
There you go. You killed that guy you got for the first round.
Finally. Death by, I mean, at his age, with his strength, death by 1,000 cuts is kind of all I got. I either get real good blow in, or it's just going to be whittling him away.
All right. Well, I don't think you all can see this as what's going on, like around you, but your right flank is getting completely demolished.
Chewed up.
You are all still like in the scrum, right over here to the right. Like you all are in here somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it's going on, and the rest of these Saxon warriors are just going right through the Irish.
Fuck.
All right.
Okay.
Round 6.
Round 6. Yeah. You're getting attacked by continental mercenaries.
think it's the first ones we've met.
We like rode through the archers.
Yep. After them, like literally like from your left, just horses again, right? Only you're like, oh, like you probably thought they might have even been yours in the scrum, right? When they turn, you see the banners, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
right? And circle up, you circle up again on the squad sizes.
Another battle roll, or are we still in the churn?
No, no, we're gonna need a battle roll against the knights.
Okay.
No, we don't. No, we're in the churn. You're absolutely
Okay.
right. I'm thinking about it just in terms. Yeah, no, we're in the churn. There's no.
Right,
I was
'cause
thinking like, can you charge? Like, no, you can't
Yeah,
charge. against the
unless
You're-
we get distance, and right now there is
no
man to man.
Yeah,
All right.
you've
All right.
and you have lost contact with the rest of the army, right? You guys are like some men afoot, right? And whoever Irish are still standing, like that's. And a little bit of Escavalon's forces, you know what I mean? Like you're down to maybe like 1,500 on this side, right? Like that's all as far as you can see or even like hear concept. I don't know, right? You
Fantastic.
it's bad.
Love it. Love
Okay, let's do it.
Wood. They are mounted, so we don't get that bonus.
Yeah.
It's just straight up
Straight.
sword.
Yep.
That's
Garrett.
the roll I want.
Gareth. 6.
Yeah.
Gorthrin. 14.
Oh.
Sword.
Oh
no. Okay. Colin, you're doing your damage there, and
Yeah.
these guys are doing damage to Gorthrin.
Fucking. Just fucking
Okay.
snake eyes.
I rolled 1 fewer d6s though. Not that it mattered. Okay. Apparently. All right. So another lucky blow. My God, Gorthrin, your shield is getting messed up, but it has literally saved your life twice now.
at least twice now. Yeah, he's wounded, but man, we are trapped. Okay.
Give your shield maker a raise. This is they're amazing.
What a guy.
Give him back your poop pile that you removed last session. Cleaning up your lands. Okay.
Oh my god. All right.
We're continuing to fight the knights here, right? They're still standing.
Yep.
Another round.
Round 7.
Yes.
Okay. Just making note. So I'm bad at math, so I will need to audit my stuff.
All right. There's murmurs around you. The rest of the men are beginning to break. They're saying that Nanteliad is dead. And everyone's like, shut the fuck, unless they're fighting. It's continuing, but it's being whispered. Or as well as you can in a battle, like it's over. People are
Shit's gonna get us all killed.
13.
Sergeants and everything like that are like, hold the line, you know what I mean? Like, holding the line as best as you can. But you've seen this before. It's hard to come back from this.
Yeah. No, I think Gareth knows in his heart of hearts, we're not winning this one. My reservations were absolutely
Okay, roll 2. Gorthrin can get a 6. And you beat a 6, Gorthrin.
Excuse me.
No problem.
Oh my god, Gordon, come on. Those two.
I'd like to spend a persona point. Okay. That's not going to do anything to that knight. Shield against sword. 5d6 to you.
And
Your shield, again, doing the most work I've ever seen my entire life.
that's 4 1s.
I literally rolled 4 1s and a
is
6.
rough one. Holy shit.
You are. Don't forget, you can do like the full defense action if you wanna last. But this is turn 8, and this is the part where, despite everyone saying hold the line, it is becoming perfectly clear that the only order of the day is another French word, or a saying, "Sauve qui peut." Retreat.
Yep. If retreat we must.
Let's
fight our way out.
Yeah, we have to fight our way out. So they, again, as knights, just so you know this, you can die here, right? But you'll more than likely will be captured. And
Right,
taken
they
prisoner.
won ransoms. They won
Yeah,
ransoms.
ransoms. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it does. The fight's not over. Just other people are routing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you want to go with those who are routing or continue to fight?
Do we have a choice if our valor is above a certain? Like,
Yeah, I don't think we have a choice.
No,
That's-
I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
no.
man, I wasn't gonna.
yeah.
What do you say, Marshall Salisbury? Do you go with everyone, or do you try to? I will give you a chance if you want to, like, orate to keep everyone here going. But again, it's gonna be a big speech, you know.
Can I just plagiarize the speech from Henry V?
Yeah,
Because make this Salisbury,
yeah.
right? We stand. Salisbury is not the ground; it is the sinew between us, man
The
to
mass.
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make
Each
it
and
mass.
every one of us is Salisbury. Make a mass. Should have had that one queued up.
Wordy. Order.
Yeah, I mean, Gareth will do his best.
Yeah.
I've been putting points into orate.
It's
still only 8.
I mean, this is a desperate thing, and it will only work upon a crit, pretty much. Just so you know.
Oh shit! Oh shit! God damn!
Well,
Okay.
they're not going to disintegrate, but
Yeah.
No,
People are gonna be like, man, he really tried. Really.
you did.
that's
Oh my God.
it heads off talk afterwards, at least.
More knights. Let's go.
More nights. God.
So we're surrounded. I think it is.
It's a time to.
I think he's going to call on his
Passionate,
honor. He's
yeah.
not going to let these Saxons take him. Not the ones that killed his father. Not the ones who've been eating away at his land
yeah.
for this long.
Right. Thankfully, you are fighting continental mercenary knights. But I mean,
That's right,
you can call on your hatred of Saxons. Like they're all the same team.
Yeah,
Hatred of Team Saxon.
Team Saxon.
he's going to call on.
They're running away. That's a great speech, my lord. Top-notch work. The poets will remember it. You're running away.
I think I'm going to save my loyalty lord for the final round of combat. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry,
Oh dear. You cannot catch a fucking break with these sword rolls.
Sir Gareth.
Yeah.
All right. Sir Gorthrin.
Orthran, yeah.
There's another crit.
There you go. Give yourself another crit. Give yourself another 20 glory. You know, what do we say to running away?
Right.
Decapitates, not today.
Today.
Yeah. There,
Bury myself in a mound of these bastards.
you are. Yeah. There is a wall of Salisbury knights refusing to yield in this sea of being surrounded.
Orthran the fell-handed. Love it. We're gonna find a good.
Hand.
We're gonna get a good nickname for. Orthran.
You're distinguishing yourselves. Yeah, you're demolishing. Yeah, you take down this knight. But for the last round, yeah, you're going to be fighting like 2 more take their place, right?
How much damage do I take?
Oh, I didn't roll it. Thank you. I got distracted.
It's alright. I mean, I'm seeing if I can get that mortal wound in as usual.
Yeah.
All right.
Apparently, I literally cannot roll 5d6 or 66 over 16 today.
I'll take it. You know.
Besides,
just-
like your crit of battle, my inability to roll any damage effective. This is ridiculous.
It
Okay.
is. It is.
Like
This is
like
an event
I can't
where
make
our
this up.
characters survive.
Like actually, I almost feel like someone's gonna go in comments and be like, "Eric hacked roll 20." like this is how bad. Like what am I supposed to? It's right there. Like I don't know what else to do. It's lit. Okay. Yeah. So each of you are fighting 2 knights. How do you split it?
One, I'm gonna roll loyalty lord. Just being like trying to believe my own hype about like this is Salisbury. I fight for my lord, for every knight in my feudal skill, that kind of thing. I pass. Okay. And all I'm gonna do is put that 10 against one knight, and then no, fuck it. I'm gonna put 5 to my sword. That gives me 26 and 5.
Yeah.
No, but I want to be able to use my shield because then I don't want to get fucked by that. So okay, 21 and 10 respectively.
Okay. This one's against your 21. This one's against your 10.
Okay. Fail the 21, and then minus 11 on this. Uh-oh.
Well.
Okay, so I get a shield with my first one, but not my second.
Oh.
5d6 from the first one.
All right, 1
5d6 from the second one. Can I like roll anything
3?
higher than a 3?
Yeah.
It's a 3.
Can I like literally
All right.
roll anything higher than a 3?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
That was butt clenching right there.
All right, Corthin.
Yeah. Okay,
Uh,
so I know
2 knights
this
coming
is
at you.
we're still at this is
16.
the 9th round.
Yeah.
I'd like to call on love of family. He has it fairly high. This is his home. His father died the last time he had to fight these people.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's.
So,
We'll see if this carries him through.
this is important because you've always stood against relying on like your family or whatever, but it's also
He has he's got some kids now. He finds
Yeah.
that like his I think that this is more than just survival. Like this is like I can't
well, you know the
fought
story.
so hard to keep these people out of our lands.
You know the story of how your dad died. Like basically this scenario, like literally surrounded,
this king.
pushed deep, like the tip of the spear in the wound of the mass, like the beast, the monster, right? This is you. You are Jonas in this whale of Saxons. Good luck. First one.
All right. Okay, I'll do the same as Colin, 10 and 20.
Okay. First one, 10. Second one, 20.
All right. Oh, come on, guys. Here we go.
Okay. All right. First one is.
You beat him.
Still a win. Still a win.
I'll take it.
What are you, the Browns?
I'll
Like,
take
what
it.
is-
Right.
Okay.
Then this one's the
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Your damage for the. Obviously, you have to do damage, and I have to do damage.
Yeah. 22 first.
19. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. So.
Still up.
Mm-hmm. Well then. The battle gets by 9. You are the last one standing, and the laying down your arms seems to be the right move.
You know what, though? That's the honorable way to go. We didn't quit the field. We surrendered on the battlefield. That satisfies my honor, at least. My sense of honor and duty.
Yeah.
Yeah. King Kurdic. Cut to, so each of those rounds 60 glory. Each of your crits is another 20 glory for each of them. King Kurdic is going to be the one who comes over to you all after you all have been kind of like, captured and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And King Kurdic is burning with an invisible fire. His eyes are almost like cloudy black. Like he's so angry. His sword still drips with Intelli's blood, right? And the first thing he calls out for is, "Which of you killed my son?"
Gareth is going to straighten up as much as he can. Sir Gareth de Winterbourne Gunnet, Marshal of Salisbury. And, probably with a little help, limp forward.
Yeah. Cool. He's going to hit you with the pommel of your sword, right? As a prisoner, knocking you down. He spits on you, cursing you and your name for what you've done to him. and he cannot wait to see. But you won't be being killed here. You know, we're gonna make an example out of you. As Idris, yeah, King Idris puts a stop to it though. So you're crawling at like 1 hit point, right? As he's like just punched you and like kicked you here, right? Kind of thing, right?
Kicking the shit out of me.
It's okay. We're in cinematic mode right now. Okay. Idris says, "That is enough. I will buy them as hostages. You can't afford this one." "Yes, I can. We cannot kill these men if we want to become kings of this land. Just for it is the way of the sword, it is through the pen that we will rule. Even if we need the sword for them to see it." And congratulations, you have been captured by King Idris. We end the session with you all being on a boat, going to Brittany.
What?
Yeah, congratulations! You and a bunch of knights get an all-expense-paid prisoner vacation to Brittany, the coup major of King Idris. You all
right.
Salisbury is considered pillaged and raided. You have no way of defending it.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
We won't do it now, but next session we will roll that stuff because I want to do it live. I doubt they will dig up this stuff, but maybe someone tells. We have to do survival checks as well. Do we want to do that now? Do we have a little time? Want to do survival?
Yeah.
I don't have anyone left to do rolls for.
I've got Nesta.
Yeah. So
Just Nesta.
yeah. So
Like, do I roll for my squire, maybe, or?
no, I kind of like anyone who's important that was fighting with you all.
They've all passed on, man.
Damn. All right.
That's
Is your
Squire?
well? The question is like, is your daughter okay?
Oh yeah, I suppose that would be pretty important. Huh? Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. Good. All right then.
Maybe no. You know what? My cousin.
Just don't roll. 20's good. 20's good.
Yeah, my cousin acquitted themselves
Thriving.
well.
Yeah, thriving. You want a 1. Well, you don't want a 1. Sorry, you don't want a 1.
Right, this is good.
Sorry, I rolled 20 gods. I meant that. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I rolled for my squire just because of their narrative importance.
Well, yeah. So you all next year will be. We're gonna actually. Okay, I want to ask you a question here. I can prepare something for 509, which is like you all being in Brittany, or we could skip to 510, as you are being paid to get sent back.
I don't mind narratively fast forwarding if you don't have something.
There's nothing.
like
It's
burning.
you. Yeah, there's nothing burning about it. It's just you all are captured, and it takes that long.
Yeah.
I can describe. I can wax poetic a little bit about how Brittany's different, you know.
Sure.
But that's kind of like
There's nothing
you all
to
are
be
captured.
gained. Like, I mean, like ransom and being
could
held
do-
at a castle isn't that like it could even be beneficial, right? Like you make connections, like that kind of thing. But
We could.
there's
I
something
can.
interesting to it. Then yeah.
We could roll some solo events, but we can just incorporate them all into 510 at the start, which is
Yeah, I don't
representing
think we need
that's
to
fine.
do like a session for it, but
Yeah,
I
that's
do
what I
like the
mean.
idea of like a quick scene or two, like to
Yeah.
narrate over. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Just setting expectations for that. Yeah. So King Idris saves your lives. You all get to go to Brittany, and then so we'll go back. We'll do a quick little 509 at the start, and then we'll go right through the 5010. You've made it to 510.
I crossed into 9,000, 9155, so I immediately dumped one into con. I can't fix my damage anymore. That's
Right.
not happening.
What a
but I
session.
can try and stay alive.
Try to stay alive.
So
We just need to see Excalibur.
I wanna-
That's all.
I want to congratulate you all. You have survived the anarchy.
Next is the Boy King, isn't it?
Oh,
Yep, that's what we start next year. So
Fuck.
I wanted to, I don't mind pointing that out to you all because I know how excited you get. Yeah, that's what we're doing. You all survived. Well, good session.
Fuck. This is great. This is a great session. I
Those
was
dice
not
rolls.
expecting Gareth to make it through the Anarchy. I didn't exactly play him like I was trying to get him through the Anarchy, to be
Right.
clear.
Yeah. He's you when there's a giant battle on the line that's literally 9 turns, I don't know what to say.
Sure.
I'm not
I
not
crit
gonna
on a 3.
Yeah. I mean, like, I could have said, like, you were fighting multiple targets earlier in the rounds and stuff, but, like, I don't know. Like, you guys have enough problems with, like, 1 or 2. Like, it's whatever.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Could've been
Man.
rough.
That battle pushes Gorthrin to 3,000s.
Yeah.
Nice.
Surviving that battle, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Especially
it was
when you all
540
have done.
alone for.
Yeah, 540 alone
Those-
for it.
Yeah.
40 per crit. Damn.
That is. Yeah, this was a formative moment. So, good job, everybody.
Victory.
Yeah, so I guess maybe also the next session we might do a little recap, give people a thing, or maybe a session afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's
I'd
gotta
love
be
to
on
do a
the docket.
recap. Gosh, yeah.
I know,
'cause
so many. Yeah, go ahead.
No, there are a lot of going. I love going through the chronicle that you got, and just like reminiscing on this shit.
Yeah, my Google Docs is 136 pages.
Woof. And does it just stop? Or, like, I hope you have like bookmarks, right?
Yeah,
How do you
yeah,
navigate?
It's all. It's actually all bookmarked, and I have it bookmarked through year, where it's episode, the poetry block thing, followed by season, notes, scene,
Gotcha.
subscenes. It's all organized actually.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I'm nerdy like that. Okay.
I keep it all together.
Yeah. Any announcements or anything you want to talk about? Any plugs?
We came within 1 of getting bingo.
Oh yeah.
Came within 1. We got Colin's peasant voice, mispronouncing Welsh names, intrigue involving a priest, and if we'd just gone off about RPGs, we could have gotten bingo.
Wait, my peasant voice is in there.
Oh wait, let me get this is the old one. I got the better one here.
We got the new one. I got the one from our chat.
I put into Photoshop and put the title on the other one, so that's why. Getting off topic about history, heartfelt swing between parents and children, cameras. I didn't fuck up the cameras though.
No.
That's good.
So, and there was no rating.
No rating.
All right, everyone. Yeah. Great session. Seriously.
Great sesh.
Thank you, everyone.
Man.
And I'm so glad chat was here for this. This is, you all are, I don't know what to say. like you all saw it.
Yeah, it was a great one to get rated to.
Yeah.
Man.
So thanks, everyone.
It could have gone so bad.
That could have gone absolutely terrible.
Oh God, yeah, we could have been playing new characters.
Did you? Yep.
God.
Did you enjoy the council thing?
Yeah. Well, that was the most unexpected moment in this whole thing, and honestly, that was probably one of the biggest surprises in the game so far. I would like anticipating the arc of this narrative. I did not see that coming up.
Sure. Yeah. A pretender to Arthur.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on. I forgot to add. I now have to track Aeswyn's glory like separately because she's inherited now officially, so she no longer gets a portion of mine. But because she was at the battle, she's gonna get that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now you all get to know about proper tournaments, castles of stone, round tables. Like it's all coming. It's all coming. The technology.
Some reinforced mail.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Last words, Colin?
Nah, I'm good. I need to go eat some meat and cheese
burrito.
now.
Yeah. Jim?
I'm good. Thanks for watching. And
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Take care.